And it's funny because, success is caught, it's not taught.
Right.
So when you say it caught you, right, that's deep. Because when you're trying to quantum leap from like $29 to $1 million, that's not taught. Right? You gotta just do some stuff and then catch on later. You know what I mean? So success is always caught. Like,
right.
It's like, hey. Favorite success quote, I would have to say definitely Walt Disney.
Okay.
That's my man.
Okay.
He said, if you can imagine it in your mind, right, and you can hold that thought long enough, it'll appear in your hand. The story is short, man. It's like I went from broke, to rich. So that's the story.
Right.
Right, so that's easy. But behind that is definitely 90% spiritual. Yeah. For sure. Nothing here will be accomplished. Not the table, not the mic. Right. Not even your amazing idea to start the rise of the 1%. Right. So it all starts there. For sure. So yeah, no more 9 to 5 is about being free.
Okay.
I always say, what is your freedom date? Like, and people when you don't live by a freedom date, then you don't really get a chance to live. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because if you don't have no freedom date, then you don't have an enough is enough date. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, I ain't working no more past this enough is enough point. Okay. Which I call it a freedom date.
Welcome to the Rise of the 1% podcast, where you're going to discover the strategies, the tools, and the insights to dominate and get into the top 1% of your industry. I am Gerald Bass, alongside me, J.C. Williams.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Hey, man, I'm doing awesome. G, how you feeling?
Man, that's great. I'm doing awesome as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm very excited.
Very excited for today.
I'm talking about I've been like couldn't hardly sleep. Been waiting on this podcast, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because just for anyone just want to know like my story, even with a transition in my mindset, I got to give it up to these two gentlemen right here. G, you got me curious. Introduced me into the network marketing field. Right. And then, you put me on the line with this gentleman sitting next to me, and this guy here. Right. And ever since then, y'all been like my mentor. So, this is very special for me, even just to do this with you every day. Then now, just to have, this gentleman here. So,
man, God is good.
Absolutely.
Blessing, man, just a blessing.
Yes, sir. So today we have on our Rise of 1% podcast. He is a friend of mine, but not only a friend of mine, a brother of mine. Has been a mentor of mine as well. I can tell you this, same thing like J.C. Williams just said, being in the network marketing industry myself for several years, this guy here was definitely my mentor in that industry. He taught me a lot of things, not just about business, but life as a whole. We've traveled all over the country together, building businesses and just enjoying life from time to time. And he's done some phenomenal things over the years, starting off at a very young age. I'm not going to get into telling his story. I'm going to let him share his own story, but starting off at a very young age and has went on to do some real big things and impacting people on a big level. Has went on to starting from $29 to millionaire status in the network marketing industry. Not only that, he's an entrepreneur at heart. He's an investor. He's an author, best-selling author. Now he's a husband, he's a father. Yeah. He's doing some major things. So today we have on the Rise of 1% podcast none other than Chad. No more 9 to 5. Thompson, man. Welcome to the Rise of 1% podcast.
Let's give it up for that.
Absolutely, man. Glad to have you, man. So we're going to dive straight in, Chad. So pretty much just for our audience that may not necessarily know a whole lot about you as of yet, if you could share, like, you know, who you are, of course, what do you currently do, and just talk a little bit about, you know, your journey.
For sure, man. Well, I'm Chad Thompson. Super excited. Full-time entrepreneur for the last 11 years. Blessed. Haven't had to answer to any single body for the last 11 years. Sounds like a long time. Started at 20, so now I'm 31. So 11 years. And been fully retired. I'm excited, man. This is good. This is good. Internet pays me well.
First, I'm gonna hit on your spirituality. You know what I mean? Like the spiritual aspect that you put first into the book.
For sure.
Yeah, so
that's it.
Yeah, man.
Because the story is short, man. It's like I went from broke, you know, to rich. So that's the story.
Right.
Right. So that's easy. But behind that is definitely 90% spiritual. Yeah. You know, for sure. Nothing here would be accomplished. Not the table, not the mic. You know what I mean? Right. Not even your amazing idea to start the rise of the 1%. You know, so it all starts there for sure.
All right, so Chad, tell me this: what's one of your favorite success quotes? Right, and how do you apply it to your life and business?
I would have to say. Favorite success quote, I would have to say definitely Walt Disney. Okay. You know, that's my man. Okay. He said, if you can imagine it in your mind, right, and you can hold that thought long enough, it'll appear in your hand. So that's one of my favorite success quotes. And then his story is just dope too because, you know, he was fired for lack of creativity. You know, Walt Disney. Right. Right. Fired from his job for lack of creativity. So his backstory is dope too. It's because it's like, man, he created everything that's creative. Right. You know what I mean? Like how you get fired
for creativity.
Yeah, right, exactly. You're the man.
Right. Thoughts are definitely things. Right. So when you said about the thought and it appearing in your hand, it's what we think about all day long. Usually what comes into our lives over time. So that's a powerful quote.
Yeah, thanks for reading the book too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man. Seriously, appreciate that support.
Man, look, it's something. Hey, you know, when I read it, and from my personal opinion, I sat back and I said to myself, I said, Chad.
How long did it take you to read it?
Man, it was a short read. So it took me. Honestly, when I first picked it up, right? All right, it was to a point where I didn't even want to put it down because it caught me like that. You know how some books, man, you can read. And it really just don't catch you like that. And then sometimes you just gotta go to the first and try to see what's all in it so you can skip many times. But it caught me as soon as I started reading the first part of it. And I had to put it down because I was working at the time. Nice. But it took me, you know, it's a short read. It'll take you about a day. It took me about a day or two.
It took me a couple days.
Yeah. And it's funny because, you know, success is caught. It's not taught. Right. So when you say it caught you, right, that's deep because when you're trying to quantum leap from like $29 to $1 million, you know, that's not taught, right? You gotta just do some stuff and then catch on later. You know? So success is always caught. Like, it's like, bang.
Learning.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm in for a treat.
Exactly. I like that.
Catch it like,
Yeah. And see, another thing I was gonna say is because when I finished it, I was like, you know, Chad could be a preacher. Like I really feel like you could be a pastor, right?
Yeah. That's the long-term goal now.
That's what I was asking, right?
Long-term goal.
Yeah, you should.
Exactly. I didn't even know, like, okay, because when you first came out with a No More 9 to 5 book,
that's right.
You know, I read that some years back. Right. So you know how when you go back and read a book, now you get a better understanding of it too. It's different from the first time you read it. So when I read it again and I seen that in there, I was like, "Oh, you even said it in a book. That's your long term.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I see you read that thing. You hold me to it. Yeah, I put it in a book because I'm like, I am going to do it. Yeah, you know. So on that goal, I'm actually 1 year behind. Yeah, because I was actually supposed to do it last year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's what it said in the book. When I turn 30, I'm a transition to a youth pastor. I made strides, but I started having conflicts with religion. Okay. You know what I mean? So I had to get myself back, like, because I believe in more spirituality than religion. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in the spirit. Right. I believe there's a king. Right. You know, but things changed when I wrote this book. Right. So that's why I delayed a year. I had to make sure, you know, I'm still the same. Yeah. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I wrote that book 25 years old. Right. 25 years old or 31, 6 years ago. You know, so I'm a different person. Hell, if you met me I'm different from just last month. Like, I'm for real changing, man. Forever evolving, man. Right, forever evolving. Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about this, Chad, the no more 9 to 5 lifestyle. Talk about, yeah, it is. Let's talk about what is that about? What is the no more 9 to 5 movement? It's a turn up lifestyle.
Okay. Because you can see Chad has it on the book. He has it around his neck right there, right? Yeah, no more 9 to 5. His Instagram is at no more 9 to 5. Crazy. Yeah. And he's been really talking about his no more lives. What is that? That's no foo-foo right there. Right. Man, I live by it. Now, I don't do tattoos, man. That's why I had to do a chain, because I'm scared of them tats, man. But if I was a tat dude, man, I'd have that thing right there. Right there. For real, because I live by it. I'll probably have it right here, too. Like when I check the time, I see my tat. So, yeah, no more 9 to 5 is about being free. Okay. So I always say, what is your freedom date? Like, and people when you don't live by a freedom date, then you don't really get a chance to live. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because if you don't have no freedom date, then you don't have an enough is enough date. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, I ain't working no more past this enough is enough point. Right. Okay. Which I call it a freedom date. Right. So yeah, that's what that's about. Just letting people know, just no more 9 to 5. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an option. So right, there's an option. They don't even know that there's an option. So that's why I'm so loud with it. No more 9 to 5. I went to Dubai and somebody saw my chain. It was like, why do you have a gold chain and it's silver? Right? Because on the content table or something, 925 means silver. Right, so I didn't even know that. Yeah, you know that's what I just learned. Yeah, like, so I'm out here in another world. Right. And they're like, your chain is gold, but you like silver? I'm like, what are you talking about? Right. So I had to break down number 9 to 5. So it's also just great conversation starter. That's why I came out with the second book, Stay Woke. Right. And I dropped the first one, like, yo, no more 9 to 5. Like, hey, there's an option. Yeah. And then, you know, a couple years later, bang, hey, it's still an option. Stay woke. Right. Don't be asleep out here. Right. Yeah. Gotcha. So freedom. Freedom. Period. That's what it is. What freedom look like to you? Well, man, freedom is really happiness. Okay. I've learned that. It used to be money. You know, then when I made a bunch of money, I was like, man, I'm still not happy. You know what I mean? I was like, what do I really want? Right. I done smashed every goal I ever set, you know. So when I set a goal and I smash it, it's like, damn, what do I want now? Right. And when I got a bunch of money, I realized that I wasn't free, because whenever you hit a money goal, it's just you just keep raising the number. Right. You know what I mean? You're just chasing the money. Exactly. So I stopped that, and then I was really able to be free, right? Because I'm happy. Okay. Yeah, and why am I happy, to answer your goal? Because I don't have to work a job. Yeah. So I found the true aura of my happiness. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? It's just, hey, look, as long as I'm making enough money to where I don't have to go clock in, I'm good. You know, and by that vibe, it just still pays me more than I'm worth. You know what I mean? Like, let me ask you this, Chad. Okay, so you accomplished their goal of not to have to work a job. You did that at a very young age. Yeah, because when I met you, back though, because you know you failed too, you know. Right. Yeah. But the thing is, like when I met you, Chad, you was full time in the network marketing industry, or transitioning into being all the way full time into the network marketing industry at that time. So you've been off a job for a while.
Hell yeah.
So what was the fuel and motivation to push you to keep going even bigger to becoming like $1 million earner?
Well, bro, like, it's just really, one is the fact that I'm so scared to go back to a job. Like, seriously, like, that's why there's no more 9 to 5 for life.
Gotcha.
My job scarred me, bro. Like, people don't take it so serious. That's why, so that catapulted my success, because once I burnt that bridge, like, once I said, I'm disrespected, I felt disrespected. You with me?
Oh yeah.
Like, so I'm like, that's what made me a millionaire.
Right.
It's the fact that if I go back to this frequency, I stand a chance of being disrespected again. And I realize I just can't stand for that.
Wow.
I need respect, bro.
That's big.
You know what I mean? Even when I was on the football field.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I was 9th grade playing varsity.
Yeah.
There's only 2 of us like that. When I looked in the locker room, it was only me and one other 9th grader.
Right.
Playing with all the 12 graders.
Right.
Like, I need mine. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's always been like that. So that's what I realized, man. That's in that right there. That's why I said money doesn't matter. I said, man, I want to be a millionaire. Bang, killed that.
Right.
But I'm still angry. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I don't want to be controlled. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So that's the motivation. And then the second thing is hanging around people that's way bigger than you. Like, so I've always stayed with a mentor.
Right.
No matter how big I ever got, I never left the source of what inspires me.
Right.
Right? Which is people making extreme amounts of money. I always kept them close to me. You know what I mean? So even when I was doing $50,000 a month, I was always keeping people beside me on the phone, pulling up to their events.
Right.
Right? Just to be around someone like that. Because here I am thinking I'm hot balls with a rollie on, right? It's 20 bands. So I need to be around somebody that got that Richard Mule on. That's 200,000. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the second thing. The first thing is, oh, you disrespected me. I'm out of here.
Yeah. And I'm not coming back.
And I'm not coming back. Matter of fact, I'm going to buy this and then fire you one day. That's my attitude, right? Like, it was an electrical company.
Right.
So I didn't do it. All I needed was $2.4 million, and I could have bought his company. So in my mind, I'm like, man, look, man, I'm gonna get this $2.4 million, then fire your ass, right? And then I'm gonna go more because then I need something.
Right.
So it was really just, you disrespecting me. I'm gonna come get that. Yeah. And then bang, I get a Richard Mule.
See, a lot of people that I've talked to that became millionaires say some of the same things in terms of they had some type of motivation, like you said, where they felt disrespected, or some of them even felt like underdogs coming up with whatever the case may be, and that's always their fuel and their motivation. It just kept them wanting to push forward and go big as they possibly can and smash through their goals, like Chad just said, and the fear of returning back. I hear that a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I hear that a lot. So that's a commonality.
Thank you.
Right.
Good enough.
And then another thing too, Chad, like, to me, like, you so far ahead of your time. Like, you realize a lot of these things early at a young age. Like, where do a lot of, like, your maturity stems from? Like, you being like...
Wow, that's a great question. I would have to say, man, single parent household. You know, my mom was working. So I was out. I would call, but I'm hungry. She'll be like, man, why you ain't fix nothing to eat? You know what I mean? I'm 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why you ain't fix nothing to eat? I'm like, all right.
He sounded 8.
Got burnt by the toast a couple times. Had to figure it out. Like, wow, this is hot.
Right.
Dang.
Burnt by the toaster.
Burnt by the toaster, bro. I'm 8.
Wow.
Right, so by 12, man, I'm outside with kids my age. They don't know nothing I know. So it's like, man, I've always been a leader. I'm always teaching folks stuff.
Right.
And so that's where it came from. My mom did the best, and I had to help my mom.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And then another fact that I like too, that you surrounded a lot of your principles around the 48 laws of power. And you said they came from one of your football coach back in when you was in high school, or it was like just one of your teachers that really just gave it to you. Because I think he seen something in you, like he seen that maturity level.
That's right. Yeah, he was my construction teacher. Yep.
Oh, he was your construction teacher.
Yep. Sure was. Yep. Yeah, I think he just recently died too. But yeah, man, it's really that real. Like now, I'm reading the 50th Law.
Right, by 50 Cent.
Yeah. That's right. The Black Book. Right. So the first 6 pages is lit.
Yeah.
Right. The first 6 pages talk about what's happening right now.
Right.
Because he talks about the 6 fears in that audio.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. That book definitely made me look at fear totally different. I listened to the audio like Chad just said some years ago. Made me look at fear totally different. So yeah, I definitely agree on that. Yes, sir. So Chad, let's talk a little bit about specifically what you're doing right now. So right now you're trading Forex and also still, of course, building teams, building organizations, showing other people how to become entrepreneurs and business owners.
Heck yeah.
So talk specifically about what you're doing with that right now for people that may not necessarily know.
So can I kick my leg up?
Oh, go ahead, man. Relax, man. We kicking it.
That was, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to sit back and really listen. Cause I get something every time.
I'm doing a lot right now, man.
Okay.
The first thing I'm doing is I'm enjoying being a full-time dad.
Okay.
So that's my number one job.
Right.
Yeah. I got a bunch coming up, man. Y'all will be the first ones to know in this podcast, right? I got another kid on the way.
Hey, wow! Congratulations! We feel special up there. We feel special.
1%, first ones to know. Right?
Yeah.
So I just had a son. His name is Croy. He's 4 months, and now I'm about to have another son.
3 boys.
3 boys.
Oh man!
So we might name him Dior or Christian, one of them.
Yeah.
Not sure yet. But so that's what I'm doing now. I'm just building my legacy.
I see.
Making sure I got the right foundation. Because when it's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just me. So I gotta have a family, man. I gotta leave something going on.
Right.
Because that's the real legacy. Legacy is family and deeds.
Right.
There's no other legacy. If you Google and research legacy, it's gonna be deeds. Like, yo, did you leave me a property? Like, did you leave me somewhere? Where the paperwork at?
Right.
And then it's family. So
biblical too.
Yeah,
that's biblical. You gotta leave something down.
Got to.
Right.
Facts. And then I have a digital company where I help people develop their own digital product.
Okay.
So that's been going well. That target market has been mainly the IG influencers.
Okay.
Yeah. So I try to figure out like what they're good at. Like right now, we got a client. She's a great artist. So now we're teaching her how to put what she does in a course.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of IG influencers, they have these big followings and stuff like that. And a lot of them put out great posts too.
Yeah.
At times with great content, but they don't really have a way to monetize.
So they be broke, bro.
Right.
Like fly and broke.
Yeah.
So I be all in their DM like, hey, I need to help you create a product.
There it is.
Some of them believe me.
Right.
And they hire me. And the next thing you know, they're getting Cash Apps sent to their freaking all their accounts. You know what I mean? No more likes. It's Cash Apps.
Right.
So that's what I do, man. That's what and then I invest in my wife. She got so many great ideas, man. Oh my goodness, so many great ideas. She literally just like took about 109,000 and was like, yo, watch what I do with this. You know what I mean? And I trust her.
Right.
I didn't even ask her what she's about to do with this.
I know Mickey is definitely a die-hard entrepreneur. I knew that from the second I met her several years ago. Yeah. She all in.
Does she like push you too? Like, does she kind of like drive you more, like through her creativity and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, because that's who I am. I'm just a worker. I just work. And I had great ideas. coming up, but like I said, I smashed all my goals. So I'm chilling. All right, so now her ideas is fresh and because I like I said, I smash everything I'm doing. Yeah. So now I'm just oh, you got an idea, baby? Let's do that. And I was chilling. You feel me? Oh, you said that? Let's do that.
Right.
Get me off the couch.
Right.
I'm chilling, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this trading life, man, this internet money life, man, this is great.
Yeah. And see, success loves speeds, and it sticks out so much where you like, hey, I smashed all my goals.
My goals, ran through them.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Hilton.
Right.
So I think the next thing we're gonna get into as well, Jack, because I want these people to get some of the how-tos as well. You know what it takes to go from $29 to millions of dollars. You know, and I know, like I say, I know you definitely crushing in the network marketing industry. You got a lot of great other things going on. To this person that may be listening to this podcast, you know, right now, who may not necessarily even have a business right now, right? They might be working a job at this time, but they want to be able to have options, right? Have options. They may be sick and tired of doing the mundane, you know, going back and forth to work every day, coming home, going to sleep, you know, waking up, doing the same thing every day. What would be some of your words to that particular person this time in terms of maybe some advice you could give them in terms of getting going on their entrepreneurial and business journey?
Well, first I'm going to ask them, are they ready to hear the advice? Mm-hmm. You know, because are you ready to receive it is my first question. Hey,
right.
All right.
What do you want? That's my second question.
Right.
What do you want? Why are you calling me? Why are you coming in my office? Why did you click my link tree in my Instagram? Like, what do you want? Mm-hmm. All right. And then after they tell me what they want, I say, well, let's see how serious you are with getting it over the next 72 hours. Mm. And I give them a task. You coming to me, you're saying, hey man, I'm working a job, I'm blessed. This is real life, right? Just hit my phone, hey, I'm at $85,000 a year. But after the car, you know, after I upgraded my house, you know, and after I put my kids in this gritty old school, my $85,000 a year looks like I'm homeless, right? So I told him the same thing. Well, what do you want now? You got your house, you got your car, you got the kid. What do you want, right? And the first thing I asked him to give me within like an hour of us talking is, what are you grateful for? You know, I need to know 10 things. Because remember, I tell you, success is 90% spiritual.
Right.
Right. So I gotta see if the person I'm even dealing with, this 9 to 5 person, if they even have the spirit of gratitude. You know.
Right.
So once that's done, and I see exactly what they're grateful for, you know, it could be, and if they send me their list and it's all monetary, I'll always send it back and say, hey man, I need you to dig deeper. You know? Yeah. Because you're not going to accomplish a goal unless you feel, like I said, disrespected, unless you feel betrayed, like you feel like the world owes you something. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to, because it's too easy to slip back.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right.
So that's what I do, man. You got to show me what you're grateful for. And then another how-to is you got to write your goals down. Okay. But this is what people don't do. You ready, bro?
I'm ready.
They don't write their goals down.
Right. That's true, though.
You feel me?
That's true.
Like real talk.
Yeah.
They'll put it in their phone.
Right. Or keep it up in their head.
What is that? The iCloud in their head, right? Like,
right.
But what I'm talking about, even deeper than that, bro.
Yeah.
This thing goes back what? Biblical.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
When Jesus came to the table, he said, "Yo, let's write it down." What was they writing on?
What? Scrolls.
Yeah.
No, tables.
Tables.
We talking about back then.
Right.
They was writing on tables.
Yeah.
Right. You fast forward years later, we writing on what? Paper.
Paper. Right.
Where did paper come from?
Trees.
That's how you build the table.
Right.
So this thing is just all about manifesting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if they don't write it down, they can't see it, they can't feel it, right? And they can't taste it. And if you can't do that, you can't have it.
Wow.
Powerful, man.
I love it.
You can't have it.
And you see, I know one thing you were saying that even through conversation, like if you ask someone what their goals off and how someone responds, you can tell if they have it written down.
Oh yeah, and that's why I challenge them. I say, bro, send that back, bro.
Right.
That's weak. Tell people that's weak. You just met a dude today and told him he's weak. I don't know this guy. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know him. He hit my link.
Right.
He hit my link.
Right.
You dig? And
Yeah.
he sends me some weak gold. I'm like, bro, you better get that shit out of here.
Go back and really dive deeper, man. For real.
Seriously.
Think bigger.
So let me ask you this: can you elaborate more on when you say never attach your goals to a person who joins your team defiantly?
Yeah, I mean, so somebody who joins your team, so we're talking about sales, right? So if my goal is 100,000 a month, right? And the number for that is 5,000 people, 5,000 customers, right? And I have one customer who can do 1,000, right? You don't treat him no different. You don't treat him no better. You don't treat like,
Okay.
right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's kind of like saying if LeBron James was to join my basketball team, it's like we don't treat him no different.
Right.
It's like, bro, you're just a hooper.
Yeah.
Right.
You're the shooting guard. You don't have a name or a number.
Yeah.
You're just a shooting guard.
Yeah. And see, that's one thing that I take from you. Just to me, that's like a lot of the humbleness that you have. Like it don't matter. Like with someone that was like small to big, you like you treat everyone the same.
Yes, that's basically what I try to say. Thank you. Yep. Never violate. Because it's all about gratitude. That's what I'm telling you.
Right.
And the habit is built in me. When I wake up, it's a habit. And because my goals is written, I'm gonna read them. So I wake up, read my goals. Next page, because I got 100 goals. That's another thing, G. Let's challenge these people who listen to this podcast. Let's challenge them to write out 100 goals right now.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Who's up for the challenge?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Start writing. And the goal don't have to be big. That's what I told this idiot who just joined me. Right? I said, send that, man, get that back.
Yeah.
Because one of my goals, because remember I got 100. Right? So one of them was just to own dogs. You know what I mean?
Much as I see you have now.
Yeah, I got 2 dogs now.
Yeah.
Expensive ass dogs. Yeah, so, and that's an investment. That's a business I ain't even name. Everything I do is a business.
Right.
I got so many businesses I don't even name them because I forget until I get paid for them.
Right. It's just like how I feel like whatever I do in everyday life, I want to have a business around it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let me tell y'all that game real quick. It's so dope, right? Because y'all probably don't know. Let me tell y'all, right? So I paid I paid 7 for yen and like 5 for euros. So 7 plus 5. What is 7 plus 5? That's 13. No, that's 12. That's 12,000.
That's 12.
Right? So, but watch this. The bloodline of them dogs are so serious, right? And I got it at a deal. That's a deal actually, because Megan Thee Stallion just bought the same dog from the same breeder, $25K. I should probably never even said that. Right?
Yeah.
But anyway, right? But I bought 2.
Right.
So I got a discount and we had a relationship, all this other stuff. So if she hears that she didn't get played, we work some stuff out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But long story short, $10K per dog. The dog gonna have babies, bro.
Right.
Right? The dog gonna have 6 puppies per patch. I got 2 girls.
That's gonna be huge.
So
You
that's
retired now.
120,000 once they have their first litter.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I actually looked at certain dogs like that too. But just even with just pits, you know what I'm saying? Just like people breeding pits and all types of dogs, man.
Yeah.
It's another string.
So it's just, and I looked at that because I just want my kids to have that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when they have the puppies, they're going to have fun with them. They're having fun with them now.
Right.
And even when they have babies and that we sell them, they can, that money going to go in their account. So that's just for them.
Yeah.
Right stuff.
So it's dope. It's occupying time now and later.
Right.
That's lit, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that until someone told me what people were spending for these dogs.
Right.
I said, what? So the minute the deal came up, I said, oh yeah, let's get that.
Yeah, that's a big aha moment there. The dog's gonna be taking care of the children. That's huge.
Yeah, that's just one batch.
Right.
Them dogs can have 3, if you treat them well, and then max 3, but for sure 2. Right. So they can spit out 12 kids a piece. So that's $250. That's a quarter. It's a quarter piece.
Yeah, man. Hey, keep me updated, CT, when you get another deal like that.
So that's dope.
It's extremely profitable.
Hey, yeah, seriously.
Exactly.
One of my homies went in with me on the 7,000 one. He sent me $5,000. Because that's the dude I went in on a truck with him. I said, yo, I went in with you go in with me. Right? So we own a truck together, 18-wheeler, and we own one of the dogs. Crazy thing is, he lost his life to cop violence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was my homie who died from cop violence.
Dang, man.
Yeah, but his brother's here, so he run the business, and when we sell the dogs, he left behind a son, so we gonna give his son some money too.
That's big.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it sucks, but we keeping it moving, man.
Yeah.
That was the hardest blow of like 2020 for real, because hasn't 2020 started off crazy?
Yeah. Yeah,
bro.
A lot going on right now.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
From the top of the year, we had
2019 was something.
Yeah, the top of the year. I mean, our first podcast, we spoke about Kobe. That happened at the top of the year, and then now with everything that's going on right now, it's like, man.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely stay prayed up. We gotta keep moving, like you said, CT.
Right.
Definitely just stay prayed up. Go ahead.
Oh no, I wanted to ask you something about like just the climate that we in right now, just as the world while we talking about it.
All right.
And one thing I took away that you said, like just being in the jungle and you either eat or be eaten, right? And then you said another thing too is that, either you're gonna be a person that's out there that's gonna help other people, or you're gonna be a person that's looking for help. So right, yeah. Right, it just jumped out to me when you said it.
I said that? That sounded good. Maybe that's good. So good. I gotta read that book again.
Yeah. And when I told you, it's like even going back to it another time, it's like you get more nuggets out of it. You get a different meaning out of it.
Right.
And but yeah, I just want to know like right now, even in the climate that we in, do you feel like that statement that you made is a lot closer for people now?
Hell yeah. Because people, it's been talks for like since I've been an entrepreneur, it's been talks about has and has nots. Mm-hmm. Now it's here.
Right. It's here.
It's real now.
It's real now. We're talking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now what's up? All y'all folks talking about, this is a scam.
Yeah.
I don't want to invest.
Right.
I don't want to take risks. All the people who did not take a risk, bro, their life is at risk.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, a lot of times in life, and people may not just realize this too. Things may not go back to the same how it was. And see, things change like a snap. Like all of a sudden, like, no more churches, like we can't go nowhere, we quarantine.
Right.
Things, you never know what the future may hold.
Right.
Things may not ever go back the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to start thinking about
you gotta adapt.
Yeah, it says in the Bible, the learners inherit the earth. So if you can't learn new things, you're not going to inherit the earth.
Right.
And the earth doesn't need us. This is just proof that the earth doesn't need us.
Facts.
You know, we need the earth.
Right.
Exactly.
I agree.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just proof.
Right.
Who are we?
Yeah.
You know, ego goes a big way. You know what ego stands for?
Well, now just give me your definition.
Yeah, I mean, it's broken down to edging God out.
I heard it.
Right?
Definitely. Yep.
So because we have so much ego as human beings, and we think we're the big stuff, we did all this.
Yeah.
Right? It's that time again.
It's humbling everybody.
Yeah, it's cleansing season.
Right.
It's that time again.
Exactly.
It happens I'm not worried. It happens every 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, every 10 years.
10 years.
Every 10 years. I'm not saying not 20 years.
Right,
I've seen this before.
Right, 10 years, yeah.
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Everybody say everybody's gonna die. I've seen this twice.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
In my little life, I've seen this twice.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not scared.
No, me either.
You know, man, you've been very successful, right? You know, and I just want to ask you, like, what are some steps that you could just give to staying successful?
Just remembering that you didn't cause any of it. That's first. You know, I swear that's first. Right? You didn't do any of this. Right? And then it's just you gotta have the habits, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want this podcast to get off subject of the little bit of things I'm saying. You know what I mean? The habits is everything. If you don't wake up at a certain time, right? If you don't do something when you wake up at that time, and if that's something that didn't get you results, you need to change that something out. Because success is broken down in little disciplines. What does that mean? That means small goals. You gotta have so many small goals. You gotta focus on each one of them small goals. Even I remember one of your goals was when we was working and I could never get with, because you would be waking up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's too damn early for me. Right? But that was it. He said it in his mind and it was done. Right? Yeah. So that's what I would suggest for the people who still work jobs. Like, you need to wake up earlier.
Yeah.
Right? That's a little goal.
Right.
Out of 100, you should be
already right.
You should still be right.
Right.
So that's one right there. Just helps you out.
Yeah.
Wake up 2 hours early.
Yeah, it is.
Bang.
Okay.
You know. So, but how do I stay successful? I always. This is dangerous. What I'm about to say. I don't even suggest everybody do it because I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed, and I'm so good. Even before I hit my goals. I was good. Why? Because I didn't have to work a job.
Right.
So even if people would never know this, bro, I make like a lot of money, right? But even if I only made $3,000 a month, I would still be acting like this. So no one will ever know if I'm broke. You see what I'm saying? Because my goal was what? Get off my job.
Right.
So anything more than 2,000, I'm blessed. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that, right? That alone. And then the last thing, which is very dangerous. You ready? You gotta compete, but never compare. It's very dangerous. So I'm competing with every damn body.
Right.
But they don't know it. And I don't care if I don't hit their goals. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like my boy Alex Morton, man, my boy made $1 million and some change last month. My boy is 30 years old. Started at the same time. So he made $1 million in a 30-day time frame, right? So I'm competing with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm not comparing.
You're not comparing. Right, exactly.
I'm not comparing. I'm not saying, oh, he's taller than me. Right. I'm not saying, oh, he got better shoes, you know. I'm not saying anything like, and none of that. Oh, this is faster than me. He can beat me in a 40-yard dash. Oh, man, he bench presses more than me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I'm not doing any of that.
Right.
I'm just saying I'm admiring his results, and I'm saying I can't sit in mine, and that's the key. So I'm making the most I've ever made in my entire life right now.
Yeah.
Right now, and I'm literally not talking to as many people. I'm not under no stress, and I see him over there, and that's what makes me keep going. You feel me? I see it, but I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at what I got.
Right.
It's just my food.
Exactly.
If I look at his food too long, mine gonna get cold.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I ain't gonna look too long. I'm gonna be like, damn, that's some salmon. Oh, but this steak though, right. I'm blessed with my steak. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's it. Like, period. That's it. Give God his. You know, review my goals, my discipline. I'm gonna do the same thing I do every day.
Yeah.
And then third, I'm gonna look at who inspires me and say, damn, I gotta get it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Simple. Let's keep it that simple.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, that's one thing I admire about UCT, because you could take something that's complicated and make it simple.
Yeah.
You
simplify
know,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then, like, just like how the educational world, they made things as simple and made it complicated.
Right. Exactly. That's
right there, big boss.
Part of the school system. Right. Exactly.
Dang, that's smart. That is true. They like, that's so, we could have been learned that. Like, you stretch that out. Then they stretch it out in the school system because they don't want to get to the money. They don't want to get to that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of flaws.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of food going on.
Yeah.
They don't want to get to that real stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
We have to study all this other stuff that really have nothing to do with
what
we're pursuing in life.
Dissect the frog.
Right, exactly.
Why everybody gotta do that?
Right, exactly.
Where my choice at? Like,
Right.
Right.
I'd have signed up for the Wealth 101 class.
True.
If I had a choice,
Right.
dissect the fraud, or learn how the world moves,
Right.
Yeah.
man, we choosing that.
Exactly.
So that's that, man. You said that. That's huge what you said.
Yeah, they don't teach a lot of life skills in the school system at all. At all. Yeah. I can say that, definitely. Yeah. So this is what I want to transition into, CT, is, you know, you've built a big brand when it comes to the internet, right? I mean, I remember when I first got into network marketing, in our first company that we was a part of years ago. And I remember you being online in the bathtub with all the money over you, reading the Robert Kiyosaki, reading the report and out there with the money on the grill and money. I remember like all that, right? I remember all that, right?
That's some good times.
Yeah, so like you went like.
That's when it was legal to do that.
Right.
Now you can't flex.
Yeah, you can't flex like that.
Nah. Through like shut you down.
Exactly. So like, I mean, I'm just constantly seeing your evolution online over several years, growing your business and growing your brand. I know it's still doing big today.
Wow.
So like, what tips would you give for anyone right now, any entrepreneurs or business owners, you know, who are looking to really grow a brand and really go big on the internet, like based off of your knowledge and what expertise?
Look, man, invest in yourself. That's my advice.
Okay.
And even if you lose, you never lost because you invested in yourself. That's my advice. And then it's some real life advice that I got from my one of my street pharmacist friends. And he was just told me, he said, man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he told me, he said, bro, because when it gets all crazy and you trying to be perfect and you trying to have the right money, you trying to start right, you trying to
Yeah.
Man, fuck that shit, man. Let's just start what we got. The rest is gonna happen.
Be authentic.
Man.
Be yourself. And Chad, that's one thing you've definitely done. I mean, since I've known you on the internet, I mean, from way back we first got started, like back then, you always been all the way authentic.
Come on now.
On the internet, man. That's one thing I say. That's what separates you from a lot
gotta
of.
go to sleep at night, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I gotta go to sleep at night. I don't care how much my bed costs. You know what I'm saying? I can't get comfortable if I'm out here flexing, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, no.
Gotcha.
Man. Yeah.
Do you think that the importance of the internet right now, what would you say, like, for any entrepreneur business owner, is very important? Or you dead?
You're dead.
Yeah. If you not have no type of presence online. You're dead. Gotcha.
Like, flatline. Dead. Yo, if you ain't online, you're dead. Dead. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Period.
Yeah.
Dead.
There it is.
How dare you? I was telling folks 10 years ago, you're an idiot if you don't have a YouTube channel.
Right.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
You can go and YouTube that shit. Said, bro, if you're not making money online, you're an idiot. And then today, 10 years later, people's like, man, maybe I am an idiot. You know, like, man, I guess I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Gotta eat the humble pie.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta eat the humble pie.
That's real.
Yeah.
Cause come on now. How you let what's my boy name? What's the kid name who review toys?
I can't remember his name.
Ryan. That's his name, Ryan.
Okay.
How you let him make $13 million a year?
Reviewing toys.
Yep.
How you let this lady who eat crabs? Y'all heard of that yet?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Watch, y'all hear about her? She's on YouTube, 36 million subscribers. People subscribe to watch her eat crabs.
Wow.
YouTube. Now it's the big old crabs now. 'Cause I had to look. Like, what is this? All this buzz.
Right.
Right, and she's eating this 10-pound crab. So the crab is huge. But the fact is, she made a career eating big crabs, making $2 to $4 million a year on YouTube. Now let me remind everybody, listen.
Big.
How much does YouTube cost again?
It's free.
Bingo.
$3.99.
Bingo. Goes back to your question.
Yeah.
Are you online? You're dead. We're talking about free, and we're talking about trying to sustain some type of overhead. Because I got traditional businesses, and half of them lose. So I don't never talk about them. I got a payroll. I'm paying like $17,000 last month to some people. You feel me? That they got to pay their taxes.
Right.
They don't make it break even. That's why I would never stop. I started online.
Right.
Making money.
Right.
Yeah.
To my bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No check. Straight from their bank, my bank. So when I start other businesses and I gotta do all this other stuff.
Right.
And there's all this extra stuff before I get my money.
Right.
It don't make sense to me. I just do it because I have money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, let me invest in this.
Right.
Let me see what other people are talking about. Oh, this is not fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta do what I do.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's that part, bro.
Yeah.
Get online, save money, and make more.
There it is.
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah. And that really just took one of the questions I was gonna ask you. That what was like some of the similarities and differences between online businesses to a traditional business.
business.
You know?
Yeah, you
So,
just
yeah,
that's
you
me
just
on
explain
it.
that.
That's it on
You're
it.
dead.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Overhead, you're dead.
Yeah.
Customers have to walk in your store, you're dead.
Right.
No one wants to be around each other, you're dead.
That's what's going on right now.
Right.
That's what's going on right now. Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. So we'll do a few more questions, or a couple more questions, ready to wrap it up.
Okay.
So I know one of the questions I had for you, CT, was what's the top 2 to 3 skills you believe every entrepreneur needs to master? They want to go from $29 to $1,000, $29 to $10,000, $29,000 to $100,000, $29 to $1 million plus. What do they need to master?
Man, prayer,
Okay.
communication,
Okay.
right? And never going to sleep without planning the next day.
Okay. I love it.
Love it.
I love it.
And that's a skill.
Yeah, that is a skill.
Real talk.
Absolutely.
Planning,
Yeah.
that's a skill.
I know a lot of people that don't do that. I
Yeah.
talk to a lot of people that I
Get
coach all the
behind.
time. Right.
Let me show you how fast you can get behind. I'm working all day right now. Right? I'm working. I spend this little time to plan my next day. This is me right now planning my next day. All right, I'm done. Go to sleep. I wake up, I'm on it.
Right.
You go to sleep without planning. You wake up, you gotta think about what you're gonna do.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
I'm already on it.
You already on it. You already on it. They thinking.
They thinking about it.
Right, you gone.
Exactly. Yup.
Gotcha. Yep. So this will be the last question for you, CT.
Man, this has been fun too, man. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely, man. Enjoyed you.
Like I said, I was looking forward to this work.
Oh yeah, a lot of great information, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you had to start over from zero today, CT, what would be the top 2 to 3 things you would do to get you back to where you are, even beyond?
But I still have my same knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still have the same knowledge, but let's just say financially.
Oh, right? Perfect. So if I started from zero, I would create a digital product.
Okay.
I would figure out what is selling, and I would package it, and I would sell it. But it would be sales.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
I'm not going to go get no job.
Gotcha.
I'm going to. There's so many things you could do.
All right.
I would sell. Oh man, so many things you could sell. So many things you can sell. I'll sell eye contacts. Right, I would sell. Right now, the Apple Store is closed, so my e-com business is exploding.
I was just finna say that you do e-commerce too.
I sell AirPods.
Right.
So I'm like, that's a whole nother 50 bands a month. And my wife put me onto that.
Right. Then you doing the drop shit.
And I taught her how to move it like drugs, because my wife is like corporate. She ain't never been in the streets. So I've been in the streets. So when she brought this to me, I said, what? We could do even more.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, I would definitely find something I could sell. Period.
Gotcha.
I got to sell something. And I got to be able to put my brand on it.
Yeah,
I don't have a brand. Right? So I would have to find something I could sell that I could rename and make it mine.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's white labeling.
Right.
That's drop shipping.
Right.
That's all of that. That's what I'll be doing.
Right.
Good stuff.
Definitely. Yes.
That's easy. You could buy some AirPods, $40, sell them $200. The margin on that's insane.
Yeah, that's a pretty big margin there. Right.
You can even sell these things. Right. You could get something similar to this, right, for $13, right, and then resell them for like $40, $50.
That's big.
Yeah. So that's what's up right there. I love that question. Buying and selling. And stack, right? You got to stack.
Right.
And then you got to make that sacrifice. Right? That's the part that people don't talk about. Right? Yeah, that's what I would do. But it's only to stack till I got about 2 to 5 G's, and then make that big investment to get me that 10. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. That's how you scale.
Yeah, you gotta scale.
Right.
Which means you gotta put it all back in.
Right. Yeah, that's what a lot of people mess up when it comes to they make a great amount of money and they don't reinvest back into themselves.
Bro, I'm always, bro. I'm always investing, bro.
Yeah. I know.
Character. Like I say, when you got the mentality, man, all you need is your bills, everything else is extra.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
I love it, man. It's been a powerful episode here, man.
Right.
We definitely appreciate your time, first of all, CT. So I give it up to CT one more time.
Appreciate y'all, man. Got your crew in the back. Everybody's lit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man.
Awesome.
Definitely. So, CT, like, basically share with everyone, like, pretty much, where they can find you at. Anything you want to share, any resources, anything about your books, anything you want to share.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all time. Thank you for lending me your ear gates, and if this is video, your eye gates as well. And please find me on Instagram. It's no more 9 to 5. That's the numbers 925. You can also find me at ChadEThompson.com.
Yeah, it is.
And I love you all. Thank you.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. John, you got anything you want to?
Man, not really, man. I'm fulfilled, man. Just all the knowledge and the wisdom. So yeah, man. I really got nothing else. Yeah, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Great stuff. So definitely, what I want to say is, definitely if you got value out of this podcast, which is I know you got some value out of this podcast, definitely give us a 5-star. rating on all the different platforms, whatever platform you are consuming this podcast on. 5-star rating, yes. Definitely as well, subscribe to our podcast as well. Subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to hit that subscribe button and bang out that like button. Show us some love, right? Drop any comments below of any of your biggest takeaways you got from CT today, Chad Thompson today. I definitely drop any of your biggest takeaways. Any questions that you have as well, I can definitely give them over to Chad as well. Or you can find him on social media or contact him through his website as well. And also, our gift, the Rise to 1%, as well as we actually have a training online too that we like to share with you as well. It's a training basically on the strategies it takes to dominate and get to the top 1% of whatever industry you're in. I actually created a free training, how to leverage online and do it specifically as well. Just go to geraldbass.com/1%, geraldbass.com/1%. That's the link. Okay, and besides that, feel free to share this around with anyone you feel could benefit. And once again, I appreciate CT again. Oh, my God.
My God.
Brother, man. Definitely coming through, man. Definitely appreciate your time again, man.
So good to see you winning, bro.
Absolutely.
Level, man. High level.
Same to you, brother. Same to you. Definitely keep winning. And we look forward to hopefully doing this a year from now or even less. Who knows? Bring CT back on. We're going to see where all of us are.
Yeah.
Definitely. Absolutely. So that said, we'll definitely see you all next time. Have a great day on purpose.
God bless.